Saturday of action at Scottsbluff High School. It'll be Scottsbluff and Alliance coming up for our boys championship matchup. That means both have started 2-0 so far this season. Let's give you a quick rundown of how we arrived at this point, and then we'll recap what was a fun one moments ago between Chadron and Mitchell. Best ball game, most entertaining game so far this weekend that I've seen, and this will be my 9th coming up here in just a few minutes. For Scottsbluff on opening night, a 51-30 win over Chadron, and then last night they beat Mitchell 59-46. Alliance won by 15 over Sidney on Thursday, and then a 5-point win, 42-37 last night against Gehring over at Gehring High School. So these two teams will get together once again. Alliance is, I don't have the official numbers in front of me. Look, I had to get about 8 hours sleep in last night and then an early start today. So if memory serves me correct, I believe Scottsbluff has won right around 29 or so of the last 30 that these two teams have played. But look, Alliance has had so many good basketball teams these last handful of years. Both teams have been in the state tournament multiple times in recent memory. Of course, Scottsbluff barely isn't in the state tournament in Class B. Both teams were there last year, and Scottsbluff beat Alliance in round one at the Devaney Center. Earlier, I mentioned that very entertaining game on the boys' side between Chadron and Mitchell, 79-72, and folks were raining in three-point shots from all over the gym. Sophomore Easton Anderson had 28 points and 8 made threes for Mitchell. And for Chadron in that ball game, Gorov Chima finished with 28 points, and he had 6 made triples. Justice Alcorn finished with 18, and he had stretches where he was by far the best player on the floor. Mitchell had no answer for him getting to the rack. So 4 in double figures for Chadron in the win. It was 79-72. Also in double digits, you had Xander Province with 15 and Dawson Dunbar with 10 for Mitchell. Mentioned Easton Anderson with 28. Carter Isaac, just a freshman, he had 15. That kid is going to be outstanding for Mitchell. I was just talking with Mitchell head coach Jason Gregory out in the hallway a few minutes ago, and they said, yeah, we don't like the fact that Austin got hurt on Friday night or on Thursday night, but it's allowed some other kids to really have to grow up in a hurry here these last 2 ball games, and they get Austin Tyne back here ASAP. Mitchell's going to win a bunch of ball games, as is Chadron this year. So a couple of teams maybe with some bright futures in front of them moving forward here during this high school basketball season. Well, what about this one? Should be fun. 2 head coaches, good friends, rivals, and Scott Golian for Scottsbluff and Michael Baker for Alliance. Kason Clark had the huge scoring night with 31 for Alliance on Thursday. Came back to earth a little bit last night, but still was able to finish with 18 points in the win. 11 of his 18 came in the second half for Scottsbluff. They've lost Trace Travnicek off the squad. Player decision after opening night on Thursday. Tyler Hari stepped up to fill the scoring void. The graduation and Dawson Moore left behind has been huge. But Tyler Hari's opened with games of 19 and 15. And then last night, sophomore Kellen Harris came alive with 15 points. And senior wing player, guard Isaiah Mendoza, chipped in and led the team in scoring with 16 points. So we're just under 10 minutes away from opening tip here with Scottsbluff and Alliance. Will step away and come back and hear pregame coaches' comments with Scottsbluff coach Scott Golian. Coaches' comments brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. See Shane Wilson and his staff, and you can be in The Zone all season long. This interview was the post-game from last night. Still pretty relevant as we move forward for today. That's coming up next right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital. Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Time to catch up with a victorious Scottsbluff head coach, Scott Gullion. Coach, you guys down to man. Mitchell was down Austin Tyne. They did a pretty nice job to hang in there after you got out to that 17-0 lead right out of the gate. But that's kind of where this game started. Right from the jump, Kellen and Tyler got going right out of the chute, and that kind of got you off to a great start.
Yeah, we were able to find them, get them some open shots early. Maybe some offensive rebounds helped us there to get another extra shot, some defensive pressure. I thought we did a pretty nice job at the start. I thought our guys came out with a lot of energy, ready to play. But yeah, then after that we kind of went a little stagnant. I mean, wasn't terrible, but definitely we have our ups and downs. Scoring-wise, there's nice stretches where we go on nice little runs, and then we go on runs where we don't score. And that's one thing we got to make sure we figure out.
One reason you go on those runs where you don't score, you're turning the ball over. Yeah, you had a stretch there coming out of the locker room at halftime. Really, the entire third quarter and early in the fourth, it just seemed like some sloppy play and some turnovers.
Yeah, I think we came out and got a basket early, and then after that it was like turnover, or we were just getting ourselves into some bad spots, either overdriving or dribbling into some traffic, not handling pressure the right way, throwing the ball away just because we felt like we were pressured when I don't think we really were. I think it's just inexperience showing its face. I think you can see there's talent and potential, but also you can see the inexperience in a lot of situations.
I'm trying to paint the picture since we don't have many folks in the gym here, and I'm guessing it's going to be this way for quite a while. But what folks would get a kick out of watching is just your one-on-one coaching conversations you have with Kellen Harris throughout the night. Such a talented kid, but there's going to be those sophomore mistakes, and I look down and you're just talking to him different spots throughout the game about what you should be doing in this spot, what you shouldn't be doing, or maybe what you expect. And he's going to be a special kid, but you're going to have those coaching moments with him all year long.
Yeah, and not only Kellen, but pretty much the rest of our team. I mean, we're learning, and that's what I have to remind myself a lot of, is that these guys are seeing their first varsity minutes.
Yeah,
and there's going to be situations they've never been in before, and just learning how to play at this level can be, jumping from JV to varsity is a total big jump, and they're gonna get there. I believe in it. I think if we got better today compared to yesterday, and if these guys are coming every day to get better, then we got a chance to be pretty good at the end of the year. But we just got to keep coming, and I think they will. They're coachable, they have fun, they love each other, and it's really a fun group to coach.
Isaiah Mendoza led the way tonight with 16 points, and he does a great job when he catches on a feed, just that little head fake, sort of shot fake, and he just blows right by a defender, and he's got the outside shot that people have to respect, and that gets him loose driving to the bucket a lot. He looked good tonight.
Yeah, we had to have a little chat at one point in the game, and about the third quarter or whatever, and after that I thought he responded in the correct way, came in, was aggressive, driving the lane. He made a lot of big plays for us in the second half to help us maintain the lead.
So we'll see what happens here in this nightcap here with Alliance and Gering, but a chance to start the year tomorrow 3-0 with a Western Conference Tournament Championship, and with everything going on, and a brand new roster, and like you said, a bunch of new kids at the varsity level. 2-0 to start the year after the first 2 days. You can't argue that, and a chance to make it 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, 2 wins, 2 games. our kids are going to get to be in a new situation tomorrow. You're playing for a championship, and that's what we want to be playing for. And you got to be in those games to learn from them. And that's the beauty of it. And these guys they're ready for it. I think they got a little chip on their shoulder. I think they know that we lost a bunch and maybe expectations weren't as high, maybe outside of our locker room, but they want to prove themselves, and they're liking the opportunity to do that.
And you get a chance to do it on your home floor tomorrow, so I'm sure everybody looking forward to shooting on the home rims and being on your own home floor. So that should be fun. Sure. Appreciate you stopping up. Scott Gullion, the head coach for Scottsbluff. Cats a winner tonight, 59-46. They start the year at 2-0. Coach, appreciate the time as always, man.
Thanks, Chris.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leave Heads.
Rural Radio Network, KMR 93.3 and KNEB.TV coverage on Allo Communications. Looking forward, of course, to our boys' championship matchup between Scottsbluff and Alliance. These two foes played last year in the state tournament in round one, won by the Bearcats, as have just about every game they've played in recent memory. Despite outstanding teams at Alliance, it has been a one-sided rivalry for quite some time. And Alliance hoping to kind of turn the tables a tiny, tiny bit here with a win on Scottsbluff's home floor today. Alliance comes in as the tournament's top seed. Scottsbluff the 2 seed. Both teams, as expected, arrive here in the championship game after 2 wins to start the year, with wins on Thursday and Friday. So we're just a few minutes away from opening tip-off. Both teams finishing up their warm-ups. I'll be with you here for the duration in our Logos broadcast booth. Make sure you're checking out Jeremy and his staff. I can speak from personal experience. You contact them, they can get the work done in a timely fashion. Quick turnaround, whatever you need. Logos, downtown Gering, 1344 10th Street for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. And plenty of our great sponsors making it possible to get you all these games on the TV side. Some fine folks like Runza Restaurants, The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing, John's Body Shop, Chimney Rock Chiropractic, Prime Metal Products, and Papa Murphy's Pizza. Well, we'll see what both these teams have in store. And again, playing their 3rd game in 3 days. Alliance played the late game last night, so they're glad to at least have the late game here again today. Like Gering played late last night and then turned around and played the 10 a.m. game. So saw a total of 45-plus fouls in the first game today between Gering and Sidney, won by Sidney. Shadron, a winner a few moments back. In a wild, fun contest here as they beat Mitchell 79-72. We are just about ready for the playing of the national anthem. When we start that, we'll step away, get you one final timeout here during the pregame show. Our Platte Valley, check that, High Plains. We're on KMOR, different sponsor for our pregame show, High Plains Spas and Rec. And then we'll get you starting lineups here shortly. Right now, one final break for our pregame show. Back with lineups and opening tip right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Some people think Allstate only protects your car. Here's the truth. Allstate can also protect your home or apartment, as well as your boat, motorcycle, RV, and snowmobile, and even your retirement and your life. Not many insurance companies can say that, but Allstate can.
Bundle and save with Allstate. In Gering, call Allstate agent Michael Engelhop for a quote today at 308-436-2123.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
Moments away from opening tip-off. We'll get you starting lineups here in just a moment. Our KDB Operations Manager, Bill Boyer, handling the PA duties here at Scottsbluff the last 3 days. Alliance and Scottsbluff. Let's get you the starters first for Alliance. How about Jaden Kelly, a 6'3 senior, scored 9 points in the win over Gearing last night. Kellen Muir gets his second straight start. Muir, a 6' junior. Creighton Siza, veteran senior in the backcourt. Chase Kings had scoring nights of 9 and 8. Kason Clark, 31 and 18 in the 2 ball games thus far here for Alliance early this season. Now for Scottsbluff. Tyler Hari's been hot right out of the chute. The 6'4 junior has had scoring nights of 19 and 15. Kellen Harris, the sophomore guard, going to be a star, 3 and 15. James Bruner, a 6'4 senior, 6 and 4, blocking shots and grabbing rebounds. Isaiah Mendoza, a 6' senior, 11 points and 16 points in their first 2 matchups of the year. And rounding out that starting lineup for Scottsbluff is Tate Talkington, a 6'1 sophomore. He scored 6 in both games so far for the Bearcats. Scott Golian, head coach for Scottsbluff. Michael Baker, good friends, head coach at Alliance. We're ready to go. Opening tip brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff, where it's always love at 425 degrees. Cats control the tip. They're on the offensive end. Home white uniforms. Tyler Hari on the catch. Tate Talkington will fire away. The 3 off the mark. Rebound comes off, controlled by Kason Clark. Siza to Clark. It's Bruner defending against Kason Clark. Now left side, Alliance in the road blues. King. Kelly. Clark wants it down low. Clark. They run multiple defenders at him. Good ball movement. Chase King passed an open 3. Steps through a defender, and he gets the first bucket of the game. Chase King cracks the seal. Alliance leads 2-0. Kellen Harris across the timeline. Harris now to Isaiah Mendoza. He's just going to catch it and fire from deep. Rebounded by Creighton Siza for Alliance. Here come the Bulldogs trying to take a 2-possession lead early on. Jaden Kelly has it on the left wing. Fades the screen. Little runner. Jaden Kelly wipe away the bucket. An offensive foul as Tate Talkington drew the charge. First foul on Kelly. Yeah, they got 4 on the board. They'll have to wipe that bucket away. It's 2-0. Harris on the bounce, being defended by Siza. Kellen hounded. Gets it to Talkington. Right side, Hari. That's going up off the bounce. Scottsbluff unable to convert here on their first couple of possessions of the ball game. Now left side with it. Kelly. 2-0 Alliance early. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Jaden Kelly. Now Creighton Siza. He'll shoot the 3 ball. That's down. Alliance leads 5-0. Creighton Siza from deep. Here's Kellen Harris into the front court. The sophomore point guard and a scoring point guard. Gets it to Talkington. Talkington behind his back. He's got Kellen Muir defending. Isaiah Mendoza is going to shoot. That's off the iron. Then the backboard. Second rebound of the game for Kason Clark. Kellen Muir down low. Chase King whips it to the perimeter. Kason Clark steps into a 3. Off the mark. Foul's going to go against Chase King. Battling for a rebound with Tyler Hari. Second team foul called against the Bulldogs. Kelly with 1, King with 1. Kellen Harris, the lefty, across the timeline. That ball is tipped and grabbed by Tyler Hari, lobbing down low, and that ball touched the baseline, out of bounds. Scottsbluff with their first turnover here of the contest. 5-0 start for Alliance. Creighton Siza handles now to Muir. They move it left side, Kelly. Clark directing traffic from the block area. Creighton Siza hit the first three. This one comes up short, catches the front side of the net, and goes out of bounds. Glad to have you. Final game of the tournament here on the boys' side. Winner claims the Western Conference tourney title to start the high school basketball season and starts to build a bunch of confidence moving forward. Kellen Harris, now Mendoza off a screen, catches at the foul line, gives it to Hari. Hari now Kellen Harris, left side near the corner. Kellen gets it to Mendoza. Isaiah Mendoza whips it to Harris underneath. Kellen turns, it rolls off the rim, won't drop. Scottsbluff still scoreless. A little over 3 minutes in. 5-0 Alliance. Jaden Kelly, now Kason Clark. He's got Bruner defending. Clark, now Muir. Man-to-man from both teams early. Nearly a turnover. Now they get it to Jaden Kelly. Open three. Little flat front iron miss. And here comes Tyler Hari. Grabs the board. He'll push it himself. Hari to Harris. They've got Chase King defending against Tyler Hari. Too strong on the triple. Comes off long on the board. It's grabbed by Siza. Creighton Siza to Kason Clark. They'll move it right side wing. With it is Kellen Muir. Kellen Harris defending Muir. Good work defensively from Harris to force him into a tough shot. Up the floor it comes to Mendoza. Isaiah Mendoza spins. He's met by Clark. Ball loose on the floor. Turnover number 2 for the Bearcats. Open underneath. Beautiful pass from Creighton Siza. And Kason Clark has his first field goal. It's 7-0 Alliance here early. Talkington catches in the right corner. Skip pass. Opposite side. Bruner attacks the rim. Pump fake. Got Clark in the air. Missed the shot. Ball comes off. Controlled by Mendoza. Isaiah will find Kellen Harris. Just inside the cat paw. Up top Talkington. Goes to the rim. Can't get it. Third rebound of the game for Kason Clark. Alliance in transition. Scottsbluff, though, back pretty good defensively, and they'll force Alliance into a half-court possession. Kellen Muir. Now Chase King. Up top, Jaden Kelly. Kelly into the paint. Steps through. Lefty layup. It is 9-0. Alliance off to the fast start. Scottsbluff scoreless through 5+ here in the opening stanza. Kellen Harris picks up his dribble. Mendoza, open three. Front iron miss, grabbed by Siza. He'll push it. Jaden Kelly along the baseline cutoff. Chase King, now Kason Clark catches down low. Clark, they try to double team him. James Bruner blocked the shot. Here comes Scottsbluff with numbers. Tate Talkington has it stolen away. Siza fakes the pass to Clark. Shot blocked. And Scottsbluff still looking for that first field goal. 2:15 to play in the first quarter. Mendoza had it blocked. Ball tipped up in the air, and Creighton Siza grabs it. 9-0 Alliance here in the early going. Siza walks it up the floor. Now Clark, elbow jumper right side, off the front of the iron, wouldn't roll over. Comes off into the hands of the Cats. Hari has it, gives it to Harris. Kellen Harris going to bomb. Cats still looking for that first field goal. Missed triple from Kellen Harris. Creighton Siza, we've got 1:40 to play in the first quarter. Siza across the timeline. Clark on the catch. Handoff action and a carry on Siza. Talkington defending. First turnover committed by Alliance. Substitutions now for both teams. Jackson Ostick and Trevor Schwartz check in now for the Bearcats. On for Alliance, we've got Hunter Littlehoop and Jaron Matulka. Harris and Hari will sit for Scottsbluff. Their top two scorers will take a seat. Tate Talkington, Mendoza. Oh, he got the ball hung up on his hip, and that'll be a carry on Isaiah Mendoza. Scottsbluff has turned it over 4 times early in this ball game, and they've yet to score over 6.5 minutes in to this first quarter. Creighton Siza to Jaden Kelly. Little hoop posting. Kason Clark kind of biding his time. Now he'll set up, trying to post up against Bruner. Fun athletic matchup between those two bigs. Clark, they ran a double team at him. Now it's Matulka. Kason Clark catches at the foul line. Bruner affected the shot, challenged it. And Clark a little off here with the jump shot early in the game. Trevor Schwartz catches left corner. Under a minute to play. Can the Cats get on the board before the end of this opening quarter? Not on that possession. It is 9-0 with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Jaron Matulka's three, no. Offensive rebound, grabbed by Clark, and then he had it blocked from behind. James Bruner doing a great job early. 25 seconds to go in the first. Jackson Ostick picks up his dribble, being hounded by Creighton Siza, and that'll be a foul on Siza. Chase King replaces Creighton Siza. Third team foul on Alliance. Scottsbluff is yet to foul. They've also yet to score. Jackson Ostick picks his dribble out way out high, and that's dangerous. Allows those off-ball defenders to close out on their man. Schwartz will inbound. They'll throw it into the backcourt to Ostick. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. In the corner, Bruner has it. Right side, James Bruner. Good hedge by Little Hoop. They're a little out of whack here. Ball is loose, stolen late, and the buzzer sounds. Scottsbluff goes scoreless in the first quarter. At the end of one, it is 9-0 Alliance on the West Coast scoreboard.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Prime Metal Products. Papa Murphy's. Farm Bureau Agent Sean Harvey. And by John's Body Shop.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Well, interesting start to this one. Scottsbluff and Alliance. These two old rivals. It's Alliance leading 9-0 as we start the second quarter. Tyler Hari and Kellen Harris back on. Out there with Schwartz, Talkington, and Ostick. Little Hoop, Muir, Clark, Matulka, and King on the floor for Alliance right now. Underneath on the catch, Chase King. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Kason Clark. Ostick reaches in. Jump ball the call. Possession arrow will give it to the Bearcats. .15 seconds into the second quarter. Ostick. Alliance fans wanted to travel on Ostick. Kellen Harris to Tate Talkington. Ostick, and we're going to get a foul called on Hunter Little Hoop. Alliance, credit them, they have been up in the grills of these Scottsbluff players on the offensive end for the Cats. Schwartz on the catch. Now Talkington top of the key. Hari posting right block, knocked away. Turnover number 5 here in the first half. In transition, the layup for Matulka. Jaron Matulka has first points of the second quarter. It's 11-0 Alliance with 7:10 to go in the first half. Kellen Harris, now Hari. Talkington on the catch, Ostick. Little Hoop bodied him. Lucky he didn't get called for a second. Harris Now Ostick. Tyler Hari on the catch. Had 19 on opening night, 15 last night. Trevor Schwartz from behind the three-point line can't get it to go. It's knocked away. Tyler Hari was there to try and control an offensive rebound, but so really that's a mistake for Alliance. No box out, and that allowed Hari to get a hand on it. And then the ball poked away out of bounds. Hari will play it into Mendoza. Mendoza stepped on the baseline. Turnover number 6. Kellen Muir quickly into the front court to Matulka. Up top, Little Hoop, left side behind the arc. Now Matulka, top of the key. On the drive, Jaron Matulka fouled by Trevor Schwartz. Two shots coming for Jaron Matulka. First one off the mark. 11-0 the lead for Alliance here in the second quarter. Make it 12-0. Matulka gets one of two. 9.5 minutes, the scoring drought to start the ball game for Scottsbluff. Sloppy pass from Harris, and Alliance comes up with the steal. Clark, sloppy pass himself. Little Hoop saved it in bounds. Ball loose on the floor. They get it to Matulka. Elbow jumper. Rebounded on the backside of the iron that time by Trevor Schwartz. Tyler Hari into the front court. Picks up his dribble. Right side to Mendoza. Mendoza will lob it. And another turnover committed by Scottsbluff. Their 7th. Matulka picks up his bounce. Slides the feed to Kason Clark. Clark has 4. It's 14-0. 10 minutes and 15 seconds to start the game without a point for Scottsbluff. Jackson Ostick throws it up with a right hand. Off the iron, rebounded by Clark. He's got 5 boards early. Chase King, he's cut off. Pass to Clark, turns in the paint, off the mark, rebounded by Hari. Tyler Hari, good hedge defensively by Kellen Muir. He'll stick on Hari. Up top, Mendoza. Ostick leans in, can't get it off the square, and Jackson Ostick will go to the foul line for Scottsbluff. They lost virtually all their scoring production from a year ago to graduation losses and the transfer of Dawson Moore. And now just trying to find a point on the board, and they get their first of the game here at the 5:15 mark of the second quarter as reserve guard Jackson Ostick hits a free throw. We'll see if that can kind of get them going a little bit as Ostick makes a pair. 14-2, all that scoring drought considered, they are down by just 12. Little Hoop, offensive board, Clark. He'll go up, blocked again by James Bruner. Bruner's got like 3 or 4 block shots here in the early going. Creighton Size will come back onto the deck now for Alliance, 14-2. Inbounds pass to Little Hoop, gives it to Chase King. Baseline jumper for King. He's got 4. Alliance leads 16-2. Isaiah Mendoza on the bounce. Left side wing behind the arc. He's defended by Little Hoop. They'll run a screen. Ostick cut off. Shoots over top. Missed everything. Little Hoop grabs the rebound. Here comes Siza. Siza into the front court on the dribble. Siza gets it to Little Hoop. He'll bring it right side. Now King. King. Boy, interesting little crease he found to make that pass. Tough shot. And Kason Clark there sending multiple bodies at Clark every time he touches the basketball down low. Mendoza in traffic, short. Rebounded by Muir. Here comes Kellen Muir. Outlet pass. Kason Clark with a 2-hand flush. Right down the teeth of the paint. The look The finish, Clark has 6 on the jam, and it is 18-2. All Alliance here in the first half. Another miss for the Cats. Kason Clark now wants to feel it with a triple, can't get it to go. Little hoop offensive rebound, it won't drop. Rebounded by James Bruner. 3 minutes and 36 seconds to play in the first half. Scottsbluff still looking for their first field goal of the game. Another turnover from the Cats, this one from Kellen Harris. Bounce pass, Siza. Baseline jumper, Creighton Siza, 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game. Alliance steamrolling here early. It is 20-2. Alliance out in front against Scottsbluff. We'll take a break. 20-2 on the West Coast scoreboard.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Wyobraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers, from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Elite Physical Therapy, FNBO, A. Elliott Law, Northfield Retirement, and by Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
High school basketball coverage on KMOR and KNEB.TV. Alliance is up by 18 here on the road at Scottsbluff, 20-2. We've got just 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play. And now we've got an offensive foul. We're going to get a moving screen called against James Bruner. First personal, second team foul against Scottsbluff. Coach Golian didn't like the call. He didn't like much about what's going on right now on the game floor. Siza to Muir. Kason Clark is off the floor. We'll see if that gives Scottsbluff a little bit of a boost. Clark gives it to Siza. Siza, King, they reverse the basketball to the right side. Jaden Kelly on. Kelly to Siza. Jackson Bear now playing in the post. Alliance has kept the ball on the perimeter on this possession. Muir, now Bear pops out, gives a little help to Muir. 2:45 to play. Kelly. Step back jumper off target big time. Here comes Tyler Hari. Hari in transition. Can't get the triple to drop. Jaden Kelly has the rebound for Alliance, and he gives it to Creighton Siza. Siza walked with it. Slid the pivot foot. Just the second turnover of the ball game for Alliance. 20-2 our score. Inbounds pass to Mendoza. Scottsbluff struggling mightily. Now it's Trevor Schwartz on the catch. Left side corner, Mendoza. And we're going to get a foul underneath off the Mendoza missed three. This will go against Tate Talkington with a push. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. And Mendoza will sit. Talkington, Bruner, Ostick, Schwartz, and Tyler Hari, the five on the floor for Scottsbluff. Kellen Muir in the corner left side. Up top, Kelly. They run size off a screen. Now Chase King. He'll drive baseline. King off the square, miss. Grab the offensive board. Muir has it. Now King. Clark continues to get a breather on the Alliance bench. And Alliance looks a little bit out of sorts here on the offensive end with Clark on the bench. Siza. Muir, who wants to take the shot right now for Alliance. Doesn't look like anybody's ready to pull the trigger. Scottsbluff doing a nice job on the perimeter defensively. Now Jackson Bear. Thought that was dead on. It was just a little strong. Now Schwartz pushes. Up top, Talkington. Left side. They enter the ball to Bruner. Bruner cut off. Whips a pass to the right corner. Jackson Ostick hits a three. First basket of the game for Scottsbluff. Ostick has all 5, and the Cats are within 15. 20-15 our score. Kelly, top of the key, Siza, right side mirror. Now Barrel on the baseline. Right side, dribbles out to the wing. It's Talkington working against Siza. Under a minute to go in the first half. King to Jaden Kelly. Kelly, tough, shot won't go. Alliance is wasting some opportunities here, and now it's Bruner in transition, and he misses the layup. 33 seconds to go in the half. As bad as it's been for Scottsbluff, they're only down by 15. Alliance maybe missing an opportunity here with Kason Clark on the bench late in the half. If you're Alliance, you'd hate to see Scottsbluff wind up with the final shot, get a bucket, and close that deficit to around 12 or 13. Reach-in foul called against Tyler Hari. His first 4th team foul. They'll get Hari on the bench here. And Kason Clark comes back on. (20-5) with 9 seconds to play in the half. Chase King lost the dribble out of bounds. Turnover number 3. As bad as it's been for Scottsbluff, they're still in the ball game, and Alliance has been struggling here in the final few minutes. Ostick fires from just across half court. Well, that was an interesting half to say the least.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
Our Black Friday sale is back at Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming. For 15 days only, receive 20% off every replacement window with 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 18 months. So keep your cash and spend ours. Purchase 3 windows and get a $500 Visa card. Purchase 4 to 7 windows and get an $800 Visa card. Or get a $1,500 Visa card when you purchase 8 to 12 windows. Hurry, this offer is only available from November 27th through December 11th. Merry Christmas to you from Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming. Call 307-215-7493.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Travis Hawk, Panhandle Co-op, All Reed Construction, and by Ideal Linen.
We do 2 pictures just like we've done in the past, one straight down and one from the side, but it's better in the fact that they're going to get called back less, there's greater accuracy, and it's a lot easier to find it in dense breasts. A woman should start getting their mammos at age 40 every year, and 1 in 8 people get breast cancer, so it's the best way to find it is early detection.
Well, you're hearing me right when you hear this. It is a halftime score at Scottsbluff High, boys championship game for the Western Conference Tournament, and Alliance out in front of the Bearcats at the break, 20-5. Scottsbluff went scoreless in the opening quarter. Couple of free throws from Jackson Ostick, and then Ostick hit a three-point bucket from the right corner. He has all 5 points for Scottsbluff. That's your scoring recap for the Cats. For Alliance, they've got a Kason Clark 8 spots so far, including a thunderous 2-hand jam coming down on a fast break, the middle of the paint. 4 points for Chase King, 3 apiece for Creighton Siza and Jaron Matulka, and then Jaden Kelly has scored 2. Alliance led 9-0 at the end of 1, and they scored 11 in the second quarter, 11-5 in quarter number 2. And here we are at the halftime break with the Lions out in front, 20-9. Gave you that scoring rundown. Check on the stats, brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply. Those folks have been in business for over 35 years, headquartered in Gering. They provide an array of services. They've also got the rock pile division service and equipment. Paul Reed Construction on 10th Street over in Gering. Halftime here at Scottsbluff High. Of course, limited fan attendance, and can't tell you how many text messages I've received or parents that I've seen out at sporting events for years coming up and saying, look, Grandma and Grandpa are back home, or a lot of different people back in their home communities watching on TV or on Allo Communications. So appreciate everyone's support, and especially some of our great sponsors like Papa Murphy's, Farm Bureau, Sean Harvey, also Shelter Insurance, Travis Hawk, and Panhandle Co-op, as we were able to get you all 18 games on TV for this year's Western Conference Tournament. We'll step away and come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Come in and see gifts for everyone at TC and More. Great gifts are waiting at TC and More, 1621 Broadway, Scottsbluff.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
Surprising halftime score, obviously, here at Scottsbluff High with the Lions. No surprise out in front of Scottsbluff. Brand new year. These rosters totally different from a year ago with heavy graduation losses for both. But no one expected Scottsbluff to be held to 5 points through 2 quarters of play. They went over 10 minutes to start the game without a point, and they only have one made field goal from the floor through the first 16 minutes of action so far today. Jackson Ostick with all 5 points in this one. Quite the opposite for the game prior. It was just an absolute shootout with Chandron and Mitchell, 79-72. Goram Chima led Chandron with 28. Easton Anderson, the sophomore sharpshooter, had 28 points for Mitchell. Jason Gregory's bunch, without Austin Tyne, still able to put 72 points on the board. They've got a stud freshman. Carter Reisig's going to be a beast here in Western Nebraska on the basketball floor. He had 15, can shoot it, and everything he does, he looks like he knows how to play the game. He's got a big body to go along with it. So Justice Alcorn, the same for Chandron. This kid can get to the rim at will. Mitchell had no answer for him going to the rack. He finished with 18 points. Time for another break. We'll come back with second half action right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Prime Metal Products. Papa Murphy's. Farm Bureau Agent Sean Harvey. And by John's Body Shop.
Holiday recycling tips.
The holidays bring wrapping paper, boxes, and trees. Remember, when done with these items, recycle them. Wrapping paper can be collected and recycled in one of the city's recycling bins. Boxes can be collapsed and stored to use later or recycled. Finally, your old Christmas tree can be dropped off at this location. This holiday season, give thanks and a start to a healthier new year. Me at Tri-City Stormwater.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Panhandle Auto Group, Runza Restaurants, The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing, and by Chimney Rock Chiropractic.
Obviously, adjustments were needed, and also just simply finding a way to get the ball in the hole here for Scottsbluff. Bearcat Boys trail Lions 20-5. Really appreciate everybody tuning in over these last 3 days. Western Conference Tournament basketball coverage, all 18 games on KNEB.TV and Allo Communications. Appreciate our sponsorship from great folks like Paul Reed Construction, Ideal Linen, Elite Physical Therapy, and First National Bank Omaha, and A. Elliott Law, Northfield Retirement, and Western Nebraska Regional Airport, among others. 20-5. The Lions has the lead as we start the second half. The Bulldogs will inbound it with Kellen Muir. Creighton Siza now to Muir on the right wing. Muir, bounce pass, loose on the floor. Kason Clark grabs it. Now Chase King, Siza, left wing. See if Scottsbluff can turn up the pressure defensively a little bit. They're down in their stance. That's noticeable here early. And a tip pass. Who touched it last? Scottsbluff's got the steal. Thought that thing was going to go out of bounds. Alliance has turned it over 5 times in the game. Opening possession on the offensive end for Scottsbluff. Bruner on the catch. He'll take it. Got it off the square. Good start. And now the ball tipped away and out of bounds. Bruner. Just wild to look at a Scottsbluff scorebook with this little marking on it through one half of play. 20-7. Still just a 13-point deficit. Knocked away by Tate Talkington getting his hand into the passing lane. This is very doable for Scottsbluff. It's not like this Alliance team has a veteran roster with a ton of kids that have been in this spot before. Kason Clark sets the screen. Siza and Clark, two guys they can definitely rely on. Chase King in the right corner. Nobody wants to take a shot really for Alliance except Clark, it appears right now. King, right side, behind the three-point line. Cut off by Tyler Hari. Holds it. Finds a cutting Jaden Kelly in the paint. And good box out from Bruner. Kept Clark from grabbing an offensive rebound. Up the floor to Talkington. Cats trying to start with a 4-0, maybe 5-0 start here in the second half. Off the screen, Bruner. And Bruner, wide open look. Kellen Harris, that three wouldn't go. Knocked away out of bounds by Hari, and it'll go to Alliance. Clean look from Kellen. Couldn't get it to drop. Siza, now Kelly. Chase King, Creighton Size, left side. Third game in 3 days, and now we're into the second half. Tired legs to be sure for these teams. Loose ball, James Bruner has it in the open floor, leaves it for Mendoza. In traffic, Isaiah Mendoza's got two. Jaden Kelly pull-up jumper. Alliance has gone ice cold on the offensive end, really from about midway through the second quarter. Alliance has looked bad on the offensive end. Now Bruner Mendoza. How about a 7-0 run to start the second half? Michael Baker's going to need a timeout, I think, just to make sure he's got things in order. And there it comes for Coach Baker. 8-point lead is all now for Alliance on the made triple from Isaiah Mendoza. We'll step away with them.
When you call Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
Scottsbluff starts the third quarter on a 7-0 run. No one wants to shoot the basketball for Alliance outside of Kason Clark, maybe Creighton Size and Jaden Kelly. They're not getting very many good looks. They run a set play, they free one up, and it'll be Siza straight away. That three off the mark. Here come the Cats pushing. Open underneath, Talkington back up top, right side, Mendoza goes by the defender, left the layup short, over the back foul called against Tyler Hari. Second foul on Hari, who is scoreless here tonight. Not surprising considering Scottsbluff is scoring. I mean, we've got 32 points combined between these two teams with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Siza picks up his dribble. He's going to have to get rid of it. That's a 5-second call. Alliance's offense is looking really, really rough right now. And Bruner's done a good job, and now we get a foul called against Creighton Siza, defending against Kellen Harris. I would imagine, I don't have it down, but this Alliance scoring drought's had to have lasted close to 8 minutes of game action, as they have been unable to do anything. Bruner down low for two. Scottsbluff on a 9-0 run here to start the third quarter, and they trail by only 6. Can Alliance find any bit of offense right now? It has been a rough go. Scottsbluff went 10-plus minutes to start the ball game without a point. Clark just hanging around the baseline. They're not really getting him involved. Now he gets a catch. Two defenders run at him. Alliance going to have to find someone to shoot the ball. Chase King steps through. And those are the first points of the half for Alliance from Chase King. Lead back to 8, 22-14. Talkington now Hari. They'll run Mendoza off a screen. He will shoot it. Rebounded by Kason Clark. Clark gives it to Creighton Siza. 3:50 to go in the third. Siza to Clark. Right side, Kelly. Clark slips that screen. Now he'll catch. He's got Bruner defending. Clark throws it right to Talkington. Now Talkington goes to the rim, and the layup in transition. Turnover by Alliance. Talkington the steal, and then the layup on the other end. 6-point lead for Alliance, 22-16. I mean, if you're Alliance, If not now, then when against Scottsbluff. You held them to no points for the first quarter, 5 points in the first half. They nearly turn it over, and now we're going to get a timeout, a 30-second timeout. This has been a ugly basketball game from both sides offensively, 22-16. There's been some good defense. Scottsbluff is running multiple defenders at Case and Clark every time he catches the basketball. Clark can see over just about everybody. I mean, Bruner's going to give him a go for it. Anytime he can catch down low, Bruner's there to challenge the shot, but Alliance has got to find someone that's willing to put the ball up after Clark passes out of the double team. Scottsbluff's got all the momentum right now, back to within 6. Jaden Kelly will inbound it to Siza. Siza would be a candidate to start to hit some shots, and there it is. Knocks it down, and one possibility. Count the bucket. Foul on Bruner, his second. Creighton Siza is going to have to be that second guy. He's a senior. He's had some varsity, plenty of varsity experience from last year in big games. Can't hit the free throw. Into the front court with it, Talkington. Matulka defends, Talkington. He'll step through. Hoist a little short range jumper. Counted off the miss. He got his own board, went up, scored, and a foul. 5 in the third for Mendoza, 4 each for Bruner and Talkington. Scottsbluff's got the offense going a little bit. 24-18 right now. Can't score at the line. Oh, board. And an open look. Bruner feeds Hari. Count the 3 ball from deep. Tyler Hari's got his first points of the game. 24-21. Matulka bounces it to Kaysen Clark. Missed badly on the baseline jump shot. Here comes Jackson Ostick. Ostick nearly loses the basketball. He's used up his dribble. He'll give it to Hari. Hari being hounded on the perimeter by Siza, and a foul called against Creighton Siza. Third foul on Siza, 2:22 to play here in the third quarter. King and Muir will check in for Siza and Kelly. Kellen Harris back on for Tate Talkington. Ostick to Bruner. Kellen Harris puts it on the floor. Contested jumper won't go. Rebound to Kaysen Clark. 3-point lead is all for Alliance after they led 20-5 at halftime. Steal in the open floor for Kellen Harris. Got that left arm out, deflected it. Now it's Ostick going to the bucket, knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. Like that, though, from Jackson Ostick. Just kind of pushing the tempo a little bit, forcing the action. They lob it into Trevor Schwartz. Bruner. Now Hari. Schwartz right side. Up top, Kellen Harris. Kellen on the catch. Picks up his dribble. Off a screen, it's Ostick. He'll dribble inside. And that shot was partially blocked. That'll stay Scottsbluff basketball. Kaysen Clark's. The ball was right there to grab it. He's got to grab it, whether he thought it was touched or not. You got to figure maybe it was. That's why the ball was so far away from the rim. Just a mental error from Clark. Hari on the catch. We're tied. Scottsbluff back even with Alliance on the triple from Tyler Hari. Alliance has gone as cold as Scottsbluff was in the first half. This is a very weird ball game. Matulka on the drive puts Alliance back in front. Maybe it's Jaron Matulka if you're Alliance. Somebody's got to step up and make a bucket or be willing to take some shots for Alliance. Harris, he'll drive with a left. And the finish for Kellen Harris, his first 2. 5 different Bearcats have scored in the quarter. Now maybe we can settle in with these two teams. 26 apiece. Scottsbluff trying to take their first lead of the game. Hari wide open for his third three of the half. Won't go. Rebound, Little Hoop. Bodies hit the deck. 42 seconds to play here in the quarter. Matulka, another driving layup for Alliance. He's got 4 in the quarter. Trying to spark the Bulldogs here late. 30 seconds to go. Does Scottsbluff want the final shot of the quarter? It looks like they might. Right side, Ostick. They're just running offense right now. Up top, Kellen Harris. Underneath, Hari. And we're tied back up, 28 apiece. Tyler Hari has 8 in the quarter. 12 seconds to go in the third. 28-28. Scottsbluff has 23 points here in the third quarter. After 5 in the first half. Kason Clark hesitated. Shot wouldn't go. Ball loose on the floor. And Scottsbluff rallies back big in the third. 1 to go. 8 minutes will be put on the board. We'll play the fourth here in a moment. Alliance Scottsbluff tied 28-28 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Travis Hawk, Panhandle Co-op, Paul Reed Construction, and by Ideal Linen.
Chris Cottrell back with you as we get set for the start of the fourth quarter here on KMOR and KDB.TV. Floyd's Truck Center, your commercial farm and feed truck center, representing Freightliner, Western Star, and Harsh. 322 South Beltline Highway East in Scottsbluff. Another great sports sponsor for us on the Rural Radio Network. Bearcats have not led in the ball game. They'll start with the ball in the fourth, tied 28-28, looking for their first lead of the game. Harris, Ostick, Hari, Bruner, and Mendoza on the floor for Scott Golian. Matulka, Clark, King, Muir, and Little Hoop for Alliance. Ostick, now Harris for 3 in the lead. It will not go. Ball comes off, grabbed by Little Hoop. 3 on 2. They'll feed it to Muir. Muir attacks the rim, scores in transition for Alliance. Kellen Muir. Alliance leads 30-28. Now Mendoza gets deep. Chase King is following Tyler Hari. Now it's Kellen Harris. Now Bruner. Right corner. Up top, Harris. King defending against Hari. Now Mendoza. Cut off by Little Hoop. Little Hoop, dangerous pass, and it's tracked down near midcourt. That'll be a turnover committed by the Bearcats. I've got him down for 9 unofficially here in the ball game. King catches right side, back to Kellen Muir. Matulka bounces it down low to Clark with a right hand jump hook over Bruner. And Alliance goes up by 4. Mendoza almost lost his footing. Hari with King in his face. Not letting him get that shot away. Kellen Harris on the catch. Underneath open is Ostick. Nope. But he's fouled. Jackson will shoot 2 at the stripe. Minute and a half gone by. 1:31 in fact off the clock. Third foul on Matulka, who did a nice job sparking Alliance offensively late in the third quarter. Gave them a little bit of life after they'd been dead in the water for nearly a full quarter of game action. Matulka scored 4 on a couple driving layups. Ostick now has 6. And now Ostick will finally shoot the second. Rims out on him. Clark to rebound. 32-29. Alliance with the ball and leading by 3. Left side, Chase King. Goes baseline, cut off. Now Kason Clark. He'll attack the rim. Left the layup short. Boy, great opportunity for Alliance to extend to a 5-point lead. Couldn't get it done. Now Kellen Harris. He'll work his way in with a lefty layup. Ball comes off loose. Hari has it underneath. How about James Bruner for a tie? Ball tipped by Little Hoop into the hands of Kason Clark. 32-29, 5:52 to play here in regulation. Muir attacks the rim with a left. It won't go. Reach foul, and 2 shots coming at the line for Kellen Muir. This one was 20-5 at halftime. Scottsbluff did not score in the first half. And Kellen Muir makes it a 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Talkington and Schwartz come in. Hari and Ostick go to the bench for the Bearcats. Muir missed the second. Clark tried to tip it up towards the rim. Bruner clears the rebound. Now Kellen Harris, James Bruner. He's got Clark defending. Outside Mendoza. Mendoza got in the air. Ball is loose, and that's a turnover for the Bearcats. Outlet pass, Muir to the rim, off the square, no. Underneath, offensive rebound. Now Kason Clark, he'll attack with a right hand, off the square for 2. Kason Clark in double figures. He's got 12 for the game. Now it's Mendoza, and that'll be a foul on the floor called against Alliance. I think this goes on Chase King. Second foul on King. Alliance leads this game by 6, 35-29. King's going to get a breather while Hari's on the bench. I wouldn't be shocked if Coach Baker just waits till Hari comes back in and reinserts King. Bruner being defended by Clark. Bruner up top, Kellen Harris. Now out high right with Trevor Schwartz. Talkington. Tate Talkington. That ball tipped. And another Scottsbluff turnover. Third here in the quarter. Creighton Siza. Under 5 to play in the game. Jaron Matulka, high dribble, nearly lost it. Kason Clark, right side, near the sideline. Up top, Kellen Muir. Reverse the basketball, left side, in the corner. They'll dump it down low to Little Hoop. Little Hoop finds Clark with a left. Good find by Hunter Little Hoop. Good flash to the paint by Kason Clark. Clark has 6. He's up to 14, and the lead's back to 8. Hari, as soon as Hari got off the bench, so did Chase King. Kellen Harris has been quiet, had 15 last night. How about a 3-ball? Trevor Schwartz gets a big bucket for Scottsbluff. And we've got a timeout. It'll be a 30. Scottsbluff needed a bucket in the worst of ways, and Schwartz delivers with the triple. 37-32. 30-second break in the action. Scottsbluff trailed 20-5 at halftime. They outscored Alliance 23-8 in the third quarter. So far, it's 9-4 Alliance in the fourth. Out of each huddle for Scottsbluff, Talkington, Mendoza, Hari, Schwartz, and Harris. For Alliance, Clark, Kelly, Muir, Siza, and King. Alliance ball up by 5, 37-32. It's Siza pounding it on the floor. Picks up his dribble. Alliance has it now to King. Siza, right side. Schwartz is defending in the post against Kason Clark. He's on the weak side. Mendoza, now Muir. And a reach-in foul is going to go against Scottsbluff. Called against Isaiah Mendoza. Second foul on Mendoza. Fourth team foul against the Bearcats. 3:47 to go in the ball game. Just past 3 o'clock. It's been a fast-moving game. Kellen Muir, boy, had a look, didn't take it. Shot blocked by Schwartz, got him with a body. And 2 shots coming at the free throw line for Kellen Muir. He hit 1 of 2 early here in this fourth quarter, and he'll step back to the stripe for 2 more. Buries the first. Seven-point lead for Alliance. Muir gets both. He's got 5 in the quarter. Kason Clark has 6. They have all 11 for the Bulldogs. Isaiah Mendoza, Tyler Hari back on the floor. Chase King chasing him. And now a run-out opportunity for Alliance. Good look, extra pass. Siza finishes. They had a 4-on-none break. Creighton Siza has 7 points here in the game. Alliance leads by 9. Talkington almost falling backwards out of bounds, being pressured by Muir. Talkington dribbles inside the arc, puts it up with the right, tip, rebound grab by Kason Clark, and now King turned his head, went the other direction, and Clark turns it over. Bruner back in, Ostick back in. To the bench, Hari. Oh no, check that, it'll be Talkington and Schwartz. (41-32). Kellen Harris has the basketball. 2:56 to play here in the fourth quarter. Ostick, Mendoza. Mendoza bounces it down low. Who touched it last? It's off Bruner. Fighting around topside defensively was Kason Clark. And the ball was touched last by James Bruner. Scottsbluff going to go to some full court pressure. We'll see if Alliance has the ball handlers to deal with it. They'll rely on Siza to start. Siza stayed patient, got it to Muir. Good job by Alliance. Jaden Kelly into the paint. Off one leg, got it. Alliance, Scottsbluff has never led. They got back even. Mendoza 3, maybe not the shot Scott Gullion wanted. The tilt of the head tells that story. Now it's Clark. In traffic, wouldn't go. Rebound tipped out to Siza. Scottsbluff got it back even. But it's been all Alliance since. Now a lefty finish for Creighton Siza. Siza has 9. And a timeout taken by Scottsbluff. A full Alliance back in complete control. They're up by 13 on the West Coast scoreboard.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season. Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by B&C Steel, Buyers Realty, WNCC, Extreme Dense, and by Platte Valley Companies.
High school basketball on the Rural Radio Network. It was all Alliance early. All Scottsbluff early in the second half. Got things tied up. But Alliance has pulled away, and they're up by 13 here with under 2 minutes to play in the game. Western Conference Championship game at Scottsbluff High this year. Last touch by, well, they're going to say out of bounds off Kelly. I don't know. Scottsbluff will inbound along the baseline with Tyler Hari. Probably look to get it in, try and get a screen and get Hari loose somewhere, but Siza recognizes that and he's on him. Mendoza, one bounce, picks it up, finds Ostick, 1:40 to go in the game. Cats down by 13. Kellen Harris, Hari, he'll fire. Defensive board cleared by Kason Clark. And a foul called on Jackson Ostick. That's the 6th team foul on Scottsbluff. Tate Talkington will come in. They get it into Kellen Muir. He picks up his dribble in a tough spot on the floor, nearly turned it over. Now Siza has it. He'll settle things down. Alliance leads by 13. 3-man action up top. Muir, they run multiple defenders. A lot of run and jump going on right now. Wide open underneath. Siza for 2 in the layup. 6 in the quarter for Siza. He's got 11 in the game. And Mendoza goes right to the rim. He's got 7 after the make. Siza gets it middle to Kelly. They look ahead quickly. Muir along the baseline. King. And a foul. Alliance has done a nice job against the full court pressure here in crunch time. 47-34. Schwartz and Kellen Harris check in. Talkington and Bruner to the bench. Gets a little bit more offense maybe on the floor for the Cats here in the final minute of the game. 50.9 to play. Chase King hits the foul shot. 48-34. Another on the way. That's short. Up the floor quickly to Mendoza. Mendoza will attack the rim. Pushed off with the off arm. No call. Rebounded by Kason Clark. Clark in a reach-in foul against Scottsbluff. They'll walk it to the other end of the floor, where Alliance will head to the foul line with Clark. 48-34. It's a 14-point cushion with 40 seconds to play. Kason Clark has 7 in the quarter, 15 in the game to lead all scorers. Misses the second. Pari to Mendoza. They'll give him the baseline and the 2-point layup. Isaiah Mendoza has 9. Siza again. Quickly gets it to Kason Clark. They play a 2-man game and thought for a second the pressure might pay off for the Bearcats. Under 20 seconds to play. Alliance going to win it here and win the Boys Western Conference Tournament. Size into the corner with Chase King. 8 seconds to go, and Scottsbluff will not foul. That's going to do it. Alliance will beat Scottsbluff on their home floor. The final score, 49-36. They held Scottsbluff to 5 points in the first half, held them scoreless in the first quarter. 49-36, the final. We'll get to our Runs the Post-Game show right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Many people count on space heaters and electric blankets to help stay warm in the winter. Here are a few safety tips. Space heaters need space all around them. Only buy space heaters that are tested and labeled by a national recognized facility. Before using a space heater or electric blanket, inspect the cord for cracks or warm spots. Finally, turn off electric blankets when not in use. Space heaters and electric blankets can provide needed comfort or can be deadly if not used with care. So use caution this winter season. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of Remax Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process. bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, RE/MAX, and settle down.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Panhandle Auto Group, Runza Restaurants, The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing, and by Chimney Rock Chiropractic.
Well, definitely an interesting one here as Alliance beats Scottsbluff for the boys' Western Conference Tournament Championship game here in the final. 49-36 our final score as it goes final just a few moments ago. 13-point win. Alliance able to run away and hide a little bit down the stretch in this one. Scottsbluff went scoreless in the first quarter. Had just one basket from the floor in the entire first half, and Alliance led at the halftime break by the count of 20-5. But credit Scottsbluff. They came out of the locker room with guns blazing in the third quarter, hit 3 3-point field goals in that third, got this thing even at 28 apiece. They never were able to take the lead or take control in any form or fashion in this contest, and eventually Alliance got their act together after they were really bad offensively for about a quarter, maybe a little more of game action, late second, early third quarter. Jaron Matulka kind of sparked them late in the third with a couple of driving layups, and you wonder if that kind of injected a little bit of confidence into everyone else because it didn't look like anybody wanted to have the ball in their hands or take a shot for Alliance over that stretch where they really struggled offensively. But in the fourth, they had 5 different kids score. Kellen Muir had 5. Kason Clark scored 7, and Creighton Siza was really good down the stretch. He had 6 points in the fourth quarter. We'll add up the scoring totals, come back with a look at our post-game stats right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Elite Physical Therapy, FNBO, A. Elliott Law, Northfield Retirement, and by Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Looks like Scottsbluff head coach Scott Golian is making his way up here to our broadcast location. We'll get the mic in coach's hand and get some thoughts from him here post-game. A tough one here for the Bearcats as they fall by the final 49-36. A very weird afternoon of hoops here for these two squads as Coach grabs the mic. And Coach, tough one, 49-36, the final. I guess first things first, that first half. Obviously, Alliance was doing a good job defensively, but a lot of that falls on your guys. What do you think was the story of that first half as far as lack of offense?
I thought Alliance got into us and pressured us, and we kind of panicked. I mean, I thought we rushed shots. When we actually did, we passed it around the perimeter instead of really getting cutting and attacking the rim, and we were just kind of jacking up threes. And then we got a couple. We just had some roll out too. I mean, we got some good looks down in the close to the rim, and they rolled out. But we got to be better at handling pressure and attacking, and much better job in the second half. I thought our team grew, though. I mean, I think we needed that for someone to get into us physically, and we got to figure out how to play against teams like that.
Yeah, coming out of the locker room, 5 different kids score in the third quarter, and you put 23 points on the board in that third quarter. You hit 3 3-point field goals, and about the same time you were doing that, you were also playing solid defense on the other end, because as cold as you were in the first half, Alliance had a stretch where late second quarter, about halfway through the third, even a little bit further than that, they looked like they didn't know what they were doing on the offensive end. So it was just a weird basketball game. I think Jared Matulka got 2 driving layups there late in that third quarter, which I think maybe injected a little bit of a confidence boost for their entire team, because they had 5 different kids scoring the fourth. You tied it at 28, and then they pulled away down the stretch. What'd you see down the stretch that allowed them to kind of run away and hide?
I think we maybe ran out of a little gas a little bit, but we gave up some offensive rebounds. We were overhelped with a couple guys, and they got a rebound. They got beat down the floor. I mean, I think we had to expound so much energy to get back in the game that we just kind of ran out of it at the end. I'm super proud of our kids. I mean, as frustrating and embarrassing as the first half was, they responded after halftime, and that's a sign of a team that's growing and learning and able to take coaching. And these guys have a chance to be pretty good, but this isn't unexpected for us to have a little bump in the road. We're going to have more of them. These guys are going to grow. I mean, I just saw a little more growth. And, some of the situations we just haven't practiced. We lost a week of practice. We could have gone over some of that stuff, and we could have got some more stuff in. But I know that these guys are going to continue, come practice, and work hard, and we'll be better. We'll be better because of this game.
I know he finished with 15, Kaysen Clark did, but I thought for the most part you did a pretty good job against him. There was a clear game plan to every time he touched the ball have multiple defenders running at him. But that said, James Bruner did a pretty good job on him one-on-one when that situation came up, blocked multiple shots, did a good job hanging around with him early.
James did a tremendous job on him. I'm thinking back, I think he got the dunk and he got another transition layup. Some of them aren't even, they're James's fault, maybe, but we're just not getting back on defense, and he gets a couple. To give up 49 points, 49 points, that's a good defensive effort. We just got to be better. 20 points in the first half, I'll take giving up 20 points in the first half all day long. But we got to score.
Yeah.
And that was that was what we told the kids. Like, as bad as we played offensively, your defense kept you in it, and you have a chance. And, I was surprised we were tied. I was just hoping to cut into it and be, competitive in the fourth. But did a great job in the third quarter to get themselves back into it.
You're going to get your first 4-day stretch of 4 straight practices next week for the first time in a long time. This next 4 days of practice is going to be huge, isn't it?
Yeah, and we got work to do. I think even as good as we kind of felt we played on defense, there's a lot of holes in it. And, I think over the first 3 days, we felt like we played okay defensively, but watching some film, we're not there yet. And some of it's just teams not making shots against us. We've got to see a little aggressiveness tonight on defense. We're going to get a whole bunch of it on Friday versus Campbell County.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to be able to handle some pressure and big-time basketball.
Yeah, they'll be loaded for bear both ends of the floor, flying around defensively, and all 5 can shoot it from downtown when you get up there to Gillette come this next weekend. Always a fun spot to go. So tough one here today, Coach. I appreciate you stopping up. One thing everybody involved in this tournament has to build on now is you learned a lot about your basketball team, and I think everybody will sleep well tonight. I'm sure tired legs abound. I was talking with Jack Franklin out in the hallway early after the Gearing loss, and he really wasn't even wanting to talk about banging his head. He was just like, man, I got dead legs right now after playing 3 straight days.
Yeah, and especially us, we missed out on a whole week. It was almost like we started, stopped, and then, kids had to do stuff on their own, but it's not the same as being in the gym constantly. So, yeah, we're excited. I'm excited about our team. I think we learned a lot. we're going to figure it out. You know, we're still figuring out rotations and who needs to be in the game and what situations. And but I'm just glad to be coaching these guys. I mean, for them to get a chance to play, and they're very coachable, they're a fun group, and we're going to improve.
All right, get some rest this weekend, Coach. Have a good week of practice, and we'll see you up at Gillette next week.
Thanks, Chris.
Yep, final score 49-36 as the Cats fall here at home against Alliance in the championship game of the Western Conference Tournament. We'll come back and get to a check on the numbers and a Taco John's player of the game right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Coverage of the 2020 Western Conference Basketball Tournament is brought to you by B&C Steel, Buyers Realty, WNCC, Extreme Dense, and by Platte Valley Companies.
Final score here, 49-36. I'm not sure what you were asking me, Nick, but we're going to take one more break and then come back and wrap it up. So that's kind of the plan here for the next few minutes. Let's get you a scoring recap right now. Check on the numbers brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply. Also, the Rockpile Division Service and Equipment. No one in double figures for the Bearcats. Leading the way was Isaiah Mendoza with 9. Tyler Hari had 8. 6 points in the ball game for Jackson Ostick. 4 apiece for James Bruner and Tate Talkington. Trevor Schwartz had a 3-point shot, and a 2-ball is all for Kellen Harris in this one. On the Alliance side, 2 in double figures, 15 for Kason Clark, 11 in the win for Creighton Siza. They got 7 off the bench for Jaron Matulka, 5 points for Kellen Muir, and 4 for Jaden Kelly. Again, check on the scoring totals brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply in the Rockpile Division Service and Equipment. We'll get to our Taco John's player of the game right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our professional team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level because we have sleep disorders too. We use CPAP every night, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with most major insurance companies in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
Back to wrap things up here on KNEB.TV. Big thanks to Allo Communications for getting us that second channel, getting all these Western Conference basketball games on the TV side over the last 3 days. Alliance wins the boys tournament with a championship game victory over Scottsbluff, 49-36. Quickly for Scottsbluff, our Taco John's player of the game. Coach and I talked about it. I know Kason Clark scored 15, but we're going to go with James Bruner. He only scored 4 points, but for stretches of this game, did a nice job defensively. Had some help defense, but blocked some shots, kept Clark off the boards at times. So James Bruner, your Taco John, there just wasn't a lot of scoring or offensive output in this one for the Cats. Bruner, your player of the game for Scottsbluff. Taco John's make it a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. Some unsung heroes this weekend. Obviously, Jeff Kelly covered 8 out of the 9 girls' games, 9 total. I had 8 out of the 9 boys' games, 9 total. But Nick Chizik here producing on the TV side for all 9 games at Scottsbluff. And TJ Albright doing the same thing, producing on the TV side over at Gering all 3 days over at the home of the Bulldogs. So appreciate their efforts as well. That'll do it for the weekend. A marathon weekend comes to a close here with the Western Conference Tournament. Enjoy what's left of your weekend, everybody. So long and good night.